all fired up and ready to go. Bolivian chefs are on a mission to dish up the best their country has to offer. Marcelo Sainz, head chef at La Paz's El Jardín de Asia, is preparing a traditional dish with some Asian flair. In Bolivia, a huatilla is a traditional pit oven that cooks food underground. But Marcelo is using ground quinoa instead of actual soil to get the earthy flavors in the dish served in this high-end restaurant, which typically attracts Asian tourists.
We've seen that. It's interesting how there's a movement of people that likes to travel to try different food. And they just travel to find different tastes and all of that stuff. But here in La Paz, it's beginning. As many restaurants we've seen, and we find that we have to be united to make more people come and taste what we have.
In this bustling, high-altitude city, there are now more options for hungry tourists, looking to savor local flavors with gluten-free and vegan options. Like alipacha, which in native Aymara means a universe of plants, and where 100% of what's on your plate or in your glass is Bolivian, says head chef and owner Sebastián Quiroga.
We were always seeing other countries or other produce as the best produce ever, but I think that now we are trying to, or accepting that we do have awesome produce, and that we have to kind of move a step forward in terms of opening our mind and see the possibilities to cook those produce and experiment with textures and flavors that you can get, and that's what we basically do in this restaurant.
Quiroga says in the past, Bolivian food was eaten at home and top restaurants served Italian or French cuisine. But now, a homegrown gastronomic movement has sprung up. You could say organically. It's often a sign of growing national pride and a more comfortable middle class when countries undergo a gastronomic boom. It's happened in Peru, and now it's neighbouring Bolivia's turn to take those native ingredients and dishes and give them a new twist for new palates. But Bolivia's gastro boom got a little push from award-winning restaurant Gusto, which opened here 5 years ago. Gusto set out to redefine Bolivia's little-known cuisine, from its high plateau to its Amazon basin, as well as revamping unique products like royal quinoa, here in its white, red and black varieties.
There was a big boom which increased the popularity of our food and our ingredients here. With God's blessing, there are more people involved in the production. It's much easier to get access to the farmers, and we're lucky to be able to work directly with the people who bring us the produce. That's the best chef's experience we could have.
So far, I had eaten delicious food, but I could barely name a Bolivian dish, until I joined these youngsters at chef school Manca and tried chairo, a hearty soup made from lamb and potatoes. With 9 schools in Bolivia, Manca helps poorer kids get a head start with a 5-month fast-track course.
I would say this is really the career of the future, not just because there are now more restaurants, but because human beings always need to eat, and if your food is good, they will find you. That's why I'm learning here.
From here, it's straight into a kitchen in Bolivia's booming restaurant scene, and the chance to cook the food they grew up eating for tourists and locals alike. Dan Collyns, CGTN, La Paz.